Welcome to Bangkok, I'm Cal, and this is our Thailand news update. Here in the capital, political uncertainty is rising. The government has dissolved parliament and the country is now preparing for early elections while the border conflict with Cambodia continues and tourism numbers keep dropping. Let's get started with elections, which are now scheduled for February 8th. According to recent polls, voters remain largely undecided. The People's Party leads with just over 17%, while the caretaker government sits at just 12%. Conversely, over 40% are undecided, highlighting deep uncertainty on direction. Whoever forms the next government will inherit a difficult situation. The border conflict continues to be front-page news, with new allegations of foreign interference, espionage, and international lobbying. But misinformation has also been widespread. Initial reports claimed that foreign fighters, including Americans, had attempted to commission boats to travel from Koh Phangan to support Cambodia. But these claims were later debunked after investigations found no supporting evidence. And a 72-year-old woman was charged under the Computer Crimes Act for spreading false information. She apparently forwarded the stories in large online groups, so be cautious sharing unsubstantiated allegations. Similar rumors have circulated regarding possible foreign involvement in Cambodian drone operations, including allegations of Russian mercenary assistance. But these claims are also unsubstantiated and reflect an atmosphere of heightened fear and rumor, particularly in frontline border regions. That being said, Thai immigration authorities have tightened security procedures, citing the risk of foreign infiltration and espionage. And Cambodian nationals are now subject to additional scrutiny with widespread denial of entry under visa-exempt travel, while security checks at border crossings and airports have also increased. For travelers moving within the region, delays and additional questioning are now more likely, especially when arriving from Cambodia. And given concerns surrounding unauthorized drone activity, exercise caution if traveling with drone equipment or similar technology. Against this backdrop, attention has also turned to international political maneuvering. Reports emerged this week that Cambodia hired a US-based public relations firm, National Consulting Services, Inc., a claim corroborated by a detailed investigation published by The Diplomat. The firm is led by Don Benton, a former Washington state legislator and Trump administration official, and the PR campaign raised questions about how the US administration has approached the conflict. President Trump previously helped broker a ceasefire at the ASEAN summit in Kuala Lumpur in October by using the threat of tariffs against both Thailand and Cambodia. While the agreement was publicly framed as a diplomatic success, the underlying territorial dispute was put on the back burner along with tensions over landmines and scam compounds operating in Cambodia. And following the ceasefire, the Trump administration swiftly removed an arms embargo on Cambodia, which was enacted under President Biden in 2021 due to concerns over corruption, human rights violations, and the growing military influence of China. And it underscores a broader geopolitical dimension of the conflict. Thailand has been a long-standing U.S. ally for decades. The two countries jointly host Cobra Gold, the largest annual multinational military exercise in mainland Asia, and Thailand has held major non-NATO ally status since 2003. By contrast, Cambodia has significantly deepened its military relationship with China. Since 2016, the two countries have conducted joint Golden Dragon exercises, and China maintains access to the strategically significant Ream Naval Base. In late September, the New York Times reported that China supplied major arms shipments to Cambodia in June 2025, including long-range rockets and artillery systems, less than a month before major border clashes began. While China has publicly maintained a neutral stance, the timing of the arms transfers has raised concerns among regional analysts. President Trump's conciliatory tone and the apparent decision to reward Cambodia by lifting the arms embargo likely came as a surprise to Thailand, which, despite its alliance with the United States, has largely been on the receiving end of American pressure. It also contradicted existing Treasury and State Department positions. Cambodia remains home to numerous scam compounds, with extensive reporting documenting high-level government complicity. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has stated that Americans have lost at least $10 billion to these operations, while human rights groups allege widespread forced labor and human trafficking. And in mid-October, the U.S. Treasury Department imposed sweeping sanctions on the Prince Group, led by Chen Zi, a close associate of the ruling Hun family. The Thai government has stipulated that a peace agreement must include a crackdown on the scam networks, and critics have argued that the American removal of the arms embargo was a significant concession with nothing in return. There has been no coordinated effort to dismantle the scam networks inside Cambodia, which are estimated to comprise nearly half the country's GDP. And military connections with China continue to deepen. Meanwhile, support from Thailand's longtime ally remains unclear, and Trump himself appears to believe that a new ceasefire was already established, despite escalations in the fighting.
I think we just did a very good job with Thailand and Cambodia. We had them stopped, and I've been saying they stopped 8 wars, but they started shooting at each other 2 days ago. It wasn't good. And we got it, I think, straightened out today. So Thailand and Cambodia is in good shape. So we get a lot done. 8 wars. Nobody's ever stopped 8 wars. We have 1 more to go.
On the ground, normalcy prevails in most of the country, but there is a disconnect. In Bangkok and other major cities and tourist hotspots, daily life continues largely unchanged. Everything is open, tourism areas remain busy, and holiday festivities are underway. Meanwhile, in the border provinces, there are regular reports of new curfews, evacuations, shelling, and military deployments. Rockets struck civilian areas in Surin province. Fuel shipments to Laos were also cut, as reports suggested these were being redirected into Cambodia. And on the ground, hundreds of thousands of people have been displaced. In the media here in Thailand, this has been described as a situation of war and no war, highlighting the widening gap with affected regions. If you're visiting Thailand in the coming days or weeks, avoid the border region altogether. That's it for our news update. As always, I'll keep you posted on any changes, and let us know if you have any questions or comments.